Hi there, and thanks for clicking on this video. Now, I'm sorry it's taken a couple of weeks for me to upload a new video, but I have been preoccupied in focusing on my new career as an energy advisor. Now, this video, we're going to be talking about chasing your dream and finding that career. I recently did a career day, and it got me thinking, how many people out there are actually doing the career that they wanted when they were a child, or at least studied in college? Now, I used to think that those individuals who knew exactly what they wanted to do when they were young and they never wavered, those folks, to me, are lucky that they're blessed. I've kind of changed my mind a little bit. See, I wasn't one of those individuals. You know, when I got into my career, I did hear it all the time from other TV meteorologists that when they were a kid, they knew right when they went through a hurricane, a tornado, a thunderstorm, that it was exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to know more about weather. It made them fall in love with weather. That's great and all, but it wasn't my story. See, all I knew is I wanted to help people, and I was really interested in finding out people's individual stories and why they react certain ways. See, in my family, there's a lot of scientists, doctors, and attorneys. So when I was little, I wanted to be a chemist, and then at one point I wanted to be a biologist, then a lawyer, then a doctor. And according to my mom, who found a paper when I was little, said that I wanted to marry a doctor, a scientist, a lawyer, or a businessman. I ended up in TV, and that's exactly where I met my husband. So life didn't turn out completely like I had planned when I was younger. And you know what? I'm grateful for that. Long story short about my career, I went to Baylor as a pre-med student, biology, and the more advanced the classes got, I looked up one day and saw that I had nothing in common with other kids in my class, besides that, yes, we were in the pre-med program. See, I had other interests, other skill sets that I still wanted to do, and seriously, if you want to be a doctor, you need to be able to focus completely on that. That needs to be your dream, your only passion, because it takes dedication. You have to go through pre-med programs, medical school, and then you have to, do your residency, and then, it takes a long time to actually go through school, then pay off your loans, and actually start making money. So I kind of got a little discouraged, and it was in one of my earth sciences, the professor reached out to me and asked me what did I want to do, and I told him I was a little confused. I went from pre-med, then I went to an earth science major, and he's like, you know what, I think being a broadcast meteorologist is perfect for you. It incorporates your love for science, but it also allows you to do another passion of yours, to communicate with folks, to find out their story, to help them get ready for the day, or keep them safe when severe weather breaks out. So I was really lucky that Baylor worked with me, and I didn't have to transfer my junior year of college, and so I was able to get my degree and actually become a broadcast meteorologist, and so that made my life. I was so happy doing that for 8 years. Now, I did recently retire, and that's because it came to a point where I needed to concentrate more on my quality of life. I just couldn't work those long, unusual hours anymore, and there's some other factors there too. So to me, I accomplished everything I set out to do. I set out to be in this career for 7 to 10 years, make it to the top 10 market, and make it back to Houston. And I did all that. So I was happy to change, and then came another issue. What am I gonna do? Luckily, I found something that I absolutely love, and that's fascinating. So now I'm going to talk about my husband, because his story is completely different. He knew since he was about 5 years old that he wanted to be a TV person, and he found his passion, sports. He wanted to be a sportscaster. And so he made a beeline through school, through college, to become an on-air sports anchor. And he accomplished that. It was amazing. Then we moved to Houston. That's when things changed. He didn't get an on-air job, and it devastated him, because that's what he wanted to do since he's young, and he had already done that in 2 other markets. And so, he went through this kind of mourning phase, because he realized he was going to have to find another career. But he found that he's amazing at being behind the scenes, editing, and being a photographer, and he has his own production company now. So he's great. It just took him a little while to realize that, yes, even though his dream as a sports anchor was maybe temporarily ending, there were new doors opening, and he had other talents and skills to, show the world. So I was really happy for him. And you know what? That's what I want to focus on. Whether you're like him and since you were young, you've always wanted to be a particular, person, a doctor, sports anchor, whatever it is, or you're more like me and it took you a little bit more time to find what your calling was. Either way, I really do think that if you're a child or you're adult, what you need to have in place our goals and be focused and just keep moving forward. And so when life happens, or something happens where maybe you can't accomplish that dream of yours, maybe you can't become an actress or you can't become a doctor, don't be discouraged for too long. I mean, keep being positive, keep moving forward, and you're gonna find another dream. And who knows, that your new job may actually turn into a career. You may actually get promoted one day and realize that this is what you are meant to be doing, or maybe you're just happy doing it for the time being. Well, let's talk about the Rhodes School. So that's where I did a career day, and so I did ask some of the kids what they wanted to do when they were adults. And I was so happy to hear their enthusiasm and to hear what they said they wanted to do. So let's start off. We have Ayana, who said she wants to be a dancer, a singer, and an actress. And I told her, triple threat. You go, girl, you're gonna get that. So Brittany said she wanted to learn sign language, and she also has a passion for drama. Anton said he wanted to be a computer scientist. Lauren said she wanted to be a lawyer, and we have another girl who wanted to be a lawyer. Her name's Taylor. She wanted to be a lawyer, but not just that, a violinist and a dancer. So to all of you out there, dream big. I know that's a cliche, and I know it may be overused, but I want you to reach for the stars, because I did, and I accomplished my dream, and now I have a new one. So even though maybe one door closes, another one's gonna open. So just smile and cheers to better days ahead.